Hi, everyone. Welcome to this waning moon card reading, my lovelies. And we still have some daylight, so I am sticking with that. I do have some lights on behind me, but I'm not really digging that light that I was using, but that's okay. We keep trying new things, correct? Keep trying new things. We are in the waning moon energies. We had that wonderful full moon last week, and now the moon is getting smaller and smaller and getting us into the new moon energies. That means it's time for us to kind of reevaluate and look through the things that we wanted to possibly accomplish in this past month and the things that maybe we didn't get to. And that can also mean that we didn't need to. With the waning moon, a lot of things have been coming up lately in the past couple of days, and I did read from the astrologer that I always read from. I mention them all the time, New Paradigm Astrology, and actually the woman that does these wonderful interpretations of the energies at the time, her name is Sol Jensen, and I read it. It was very lengthy for this waning moon. But there was a lot of things going on these past couple of months. We've been feeling a lot of chaotic energy, and we are coming into the end of the year. And it basically, in a nutshell, it's time for leadership. And that's leadership with ourselves and with others, and not letting things and energies that we really don't agree with try to control us. But the one thing that's been coming up a lot is, or what I've seen in the past couple of days, and I did actually repost something on my Facebook page about how we need to always be creating something, no matter what age we are. And I'm going to read from this, my beautiful 365 Dao book. I've been reading it for the past 5 years now, every day. And every time I read it, I get something new, or it just really reiterates, in my opinion, the things that I want to remember and focus on. And the devotion or the reading for today is called Learning. So I'm going to read from this, and it also reminds me of my grandmother. She would always say that the fountain of youth is to be always learning something. Learning is the fountain of youth. No matter how old you are, you mustn't stop growing. Don't think that creativity is only for artists, writers, and musicians. Creativity is an essential element for everyone. Unlike the outer-directed creativity of making art, solving problems, or writing, the creativity that everyone can engage in is learning. As long as we continue to learn, welcome new ideas and ways of doing things, and continually expand our understanding of ourselves and the world around us, then we are engaging in the ultimate creativity of the self. If one looks carefully at those seniors, or as I like to call them, wisdom keepers, who are ongoing and vital participants in life, one will see that a common habit is continuous. One common habit is continuous learning and interest. These seniors are not the same as they were in their youth. They have found new ways of learning and acting. As we enter each new phase of our lives, the parameters change. If we are 60, we cannot do the same activities that we did as teenagers. Therefore, we need to revamp ourselves according to our situations. That continuing act of creativity keeps us young. Now, what I saw and reposted is how people get stuck in thinking that we are only able to create when we are young. And that is not true. The more as I get into my wiser years, the more my friends around me do the same. Always learning new things, risking or taking a chance on something is always being creative. Now, we have our comfort of staying in our comfort zone and having things go as they always have, do this every day, day in and day out, and stay in our comfort zone. But we are not here to do that. We have been fooled in thinking that staying in our comfort zone is where we really need to be. And I am absolutely speaking from experience in the past couple of years because I have a YouTube channel. I'm doing card readings. I didn't know anything about oracle cards 10 years ago. I didn't know anything about a lot of the metaphysical and spiritual things that are out there and are opportunity for us to learn. I really want to drive home to all of you to never stop learning. And whatever that is, doesn't mean you have to take a class all the time, although please do. But just learning something, reading a new book, finding out, hey, what is that you're doing? What is that all about? It really does. It opens up so much for us to really understand ourselves and our world. When I read that this morning, it really hit me. And, my grandmother always learning things. I remember when she was in her 70s, we had a piano and she asked, Dad, can I borrow the piano? I want to learn piano lessons. She learned piano. So don't ever stop. So this waning moon card pull, we are bringing in the goddesses today. Oh yeah, the Goddess Power Oracle from Collette Baron-Reid. And as always, let's just take a moment to come into the space. And it doesn't matter if this is live or if you're watching this on the replay or recording, but just take a moment, put your hand on your heart, and just connect to this here now here moment, being in the present moment with me and with all of our guides, letting go of the day, wherever you are, and just coming here and being with me and with all the beautiful energies around us. All right. Great. Let's get on to this card reading, shall we? And I keep going back and forth between card pull and card reading. I'm trying to, of course, change my vocabulary and what I'm using and pushing and pulling. And, I want things to be with grace and ease. And a reading is a reading, we're just seeing what's going on here. So, all right. Okay. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, and sacred ones. We call on you and welcome you here now, and we thank you for your presence. I thank all of our spirit guides, our guardian angels, our goddesses drawing near to reveal to us what we need to know this waning moon. All right, we're just going to pick them on. Now, here we go. And a one or two. That's a one. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Beautiful goddesses here, my friends. Beautiful goddesses are here for us. Right? Okay. So the first card is, what do I need to release at this time of the waning moon? And it's fairly obvious what's being brought here. And I'm going to try my best to pronounce her name. It's it's the goddess of the past, and it's Manimosine, the goddess Manimosine is the goddess of the past. So we need to continue to let go. This is a huge push right now with all the energies that are going on. And by that, I mean, we're getting closer to the end of the year, and we are really being shown things to let go of once and for all. And I mentioned this in a lot of my card readings, but it is true because it is an ongoing process. We have layers of lifetimes of things that we're releasing right now. So if you are feeling something or really in a challenging time, know that that is because you are letting it go finally. Okay. So it is time for us to really let go. And let me tell you, it is coming in for me too. It is coming in for me too. Okay. Now, here's the second card, which is so beautiful. I love that. We're letting go of the past, right? What will help me between now and the new moon? What will help me? And it is the beautiful goddess Aphrodite, the goddess of romantic love. So I have heard that recently too, that the energies and the planets and the things are going around. This month is really about revisiting, maybe looking at if you are with someone and are partners and seeing them in a loving way, or putting more love towards that and appreciating them for who they are. But if you're not in a relationship, it's basically giving more love to yourself, romantic love to yourself, because we have to love us 100% before we can really ultimately love others. And I'm just learning that too as I get into my wiser years. And we are here to do that too. So what's going to help us release the past? By loving ourselves 110% or 500%. But just remember to keep loving yourselves through all the obstacles, through all the wonderful things, and through all the times it can be challenging. Loving ourselves all the way. The third card is what will help me? And it's what we talked about in that beautiful reading from the 365 Tao. It's beautiful goddess Brigitte, and she is the goddess of the creative spark. So really think, how can I do, and what are the things I can do and change about myself in having this beautiful creative spark? What can I do? And it doesn't have to be anything grand. Remember, it isn't just about the art and the writing. That is wonderful too. But it is us and just creating our true selves, finding our true selves and creating that beautiful soul that really wants to come out. So the fourth card is, what is the final outcome? And this is one of my masters that I pray to daily. She's right back there on my altar. Beautiful, beloved Mary. And she is the goddess of miracles and never-ending love. And I love that she came in around the end of the year because her energy is very prominent. It is all the time for me. She is one of my ascended masters I always call on every day. But she's been there my whole life, and even without me really knowing it. But miracles are the final outcome. Have faith, trust what is happening. Don't let fear come in and stop you from doing something that maybe you've never done before. Keep going, keep creating yourself. Keep that creative spark. Call in the goddess Brigitte to give you that creative spark. All right, now, since I didn't have a jumper, the bottom of the deck is the goddess Ariana Rod. Now, she is the goddess of time. So the overall feel is to know that we do have plenty of time to accomplish and do the things we really want to do in our lives. We don't need to rush things. We have time. And getting closer to the winter solstice, it is a time to rest, to recharge. Think of the bears, to hibernate, and know that we have plenty of time to accomplish all the things that we want in our lives, to slow down. So again, it's time for us to release the past, right? And how can we release the past? What will help us? By loving ourselves and loving those that are close to us and saying that. And then bringing in that beautiful creative spark and creating whatever it is that we want. Anything is possible. And miracles will be coming the more that we do, this, right? And just to remember that we have plenty of time. Thank you so much for joining me today. These energies are really here to help us maneuver and guide and go through these times. We are in a very big evolutionary process right now. So let go of what you no longer want, and you can create whatever you want, and know that miracles are right there waiting to happen for you. Thank you so much for always watching and joining me. Feel free to leave a comment on if something resonated with you. And I'll be back around for that new moon and start thinking about things we want to create in our lives. Thank you so much. I'm always sending you peace, love, and soul. Take care.